I tried dropshipping digital products for the last 30 days, and right now in this video, I'm gonna show you how much we made, if it's worth it, if it's not, and how you could start your own digital dropshipping brand. So when we hop onto my computer and we go here to the last month, we can see that we brought in over $14,000 in revenue on this new digital dropshipping brand. And the cool thing is that we actually made quite significantly more profit than we would if this was selling physical products, because we are selling digital products, which means that we have a product that costs us nothing to fulfill and it's instantly delivered to our customer. So really, the only money we have to spend to bring in revenue is getting those customers. And we do that through ads and organic reach. So just even today, we have almost $600 in revenue and $250 in profit with a 42% net margin after all costs. And look at that, we only have a 2x return on our ad spend, which is typically where physical product dropshipping stores are breaking even because margins are super slim. But that's honestly what's opened my eyes to this world of digital dropshipping. And I'm gonna go ahead and just say right off the bat that it is worth it, because an extra $250 a day, I haven't touched anything on the store, is amazing. The products are instantly fulfilled, and I'm really just ready to scale this, honestly. So now I want to show you actually how you could do this yourself, because it's quite simple and underutilized. A lot of people know about dropshipping on Shopify with physical products, but now is the time for digital products. Ultimately, what happens is dropshipping physical products, you have slim margins, long shipping times, and that's going to lead to unhappy customers. Maybe you've even experienced this yourself, and you don't want to deal with those issues because it's annoying, it's hard to make money, it's hard to scale, it's frustrating. So the solution to all this has really just been through selling digital products. And dropshipping is an amazing business model. You can do it in many different ways. And it's actually how I started my first real business and made some money online. It was dropshipping all the way back in 2017. So right now, as globally things are crazy, markets are down, shipping times are up, shipping costs are up, this is the best time to start dropshipping digital products. And I really haven't seen a lot of people talk about this, so I suggest if you want to make some money, you keep watching this video, because I'm going to take you step by step on how to do this. So digital dropshipping is really just a type of e-commerce. Like I said, you're selling a product where you make it once or you buy it once and you resell it over and over and continue to make profit. But there's a lot to it. So what we're going to do right now is go through how you can start your own digital dropshipping business within 30 days. And the first step is to choose a winning niche. This isn't like your normal Shopify store video. We're not gonna go browse on AliExpress or use some software to find products. What we're gonna do is actually come up with our own products and then source them and then bundle them all up, make them look nice and appealing and valuable, and then set up our systems and get them ready to sell, which is what we're gonna do throughout this entire video. So the best-selling categories in the world across any types of products are always across health, wealth, and relationships, because these are physiological human needs that we need. We need to make money, we want to feel love, relationships, and we want to be healthy, or at least we should. So it's much easier in any way you're selling to sell through pain points than through novelties, such as maybe a little doll or something. You know, if it has no use or doesn't hit the pain point, it's going to be a lot tougher to sell than if it was something that actually provides a use, like this massage gun right here. Now, under each of these categories are certain niches that have pain points that we can build our digital dropshipping brand around. And these are all things that are important, certain pain points, somewhat specific, that are going to allow us to come up with ideas for our products and then actually get those created. So what I want you to do right now is choose one of the niches through here, and then we're going to move on to step 2. So for me, for this example in this video, I'm going to choose weight loss under health. So now the next step after I've chosen my niche is choosing the products that I actually want to sell. And a little bit more into my mind and why I actually chose weight loss for this example is because being healthy is kind of trendy right now. I think it always will be. And I actually know a little bit about the subject, so that's going to help me moving forward here and actually selling these products. So you don't need to know about the subject you're selling, but it does help. So before we list out product ideas that we have, I want you to remember this criteria for our digital product ideas. So 1, it must be able to deliver instantly to our customers, whether that's an ebook, video course, podcast, masterclass, etc. These are all digital products. And two, it must solve a problem or multiple that our customer has. So for my niche, weight loss, these are people that want to get healthy. It's very broad where we're at right now, but you're gonna see how it all funnels down into a profitable result. And number three, it must be valuable to who we're selling it to. And in parentheses, I said not to be confused with shiny, which basically what I mean by saying that is that this product needs to help these customers solve their problem and not just be a clickbaity product. Because at the end of the day, if it is a bad product, you're not gonna be able to continue to scale it profitably. So don't just come up with these clickbaity product ideas, but instead think of actual general product ideas that come to your mind. So sit down, list out your product ideas, and what quickly came to my mind when I was making this doc is these right here. So a meal plan ebook, workout ebook, healthy recipe ebook, exercise video course, weight loss cheat sheet, weight loss masterclass. These are all quick things that came to my mind that are digital products and can be valuable to the customers in the niche we've chosen. Now, after you've listed out your general product ideas, I want you to choose 3 of them that complement each other. Basically meaning they could be bundled together, which is just a little hint into what's coming once we get to the store creation. So what I put here out of these in the list is 1, weight loss cheat sheet, 2, a workout guide ebook, and 3, a healthy recipe ebook. So these are 2 ebooks, 1 for exercise, 1 for food, and then 1 weight loss cheat sheet, which is gonna be a simple PDF. And before we get into actually how we're gonna make these offers extremely attractive, we need to source the products and make sure that these are things that we can actually drop ship digitally. So there are 2 options when it comes to sourcing your products that you're gonna drop ship digitally. Number 1 is PLR content, which pretty much allows us to get the rights of an existing piece of content that we can edit and sell for our own benefit commercially. And I recommend you take this route if you'd like to be more cost efficient. So I put a couple examples right here. And essentially what you can do is go to these websites, and there's many of them, and we can look up, for example, let's say weight loss. We hit search, and we can just scroll through here and see what type of products are already here. So we can see, okay, we have an easy weight loss ebook. We can click on that. We can see, okay, it's $8. And what's very important is 1, you go through the sample content and just kind of make sure it's not garbage. Typically they aren't. They're pretty helpful. And you want to make sure that it's made somewhat recently. So we can see this one was released 2021. It's 26 pages. And this is important here in the license details. You want to make sure that you can sell this, that you can package this with other products as a bundle, and that you can modify the products itself. The only things that they say no to are that you can't give this away for free and it can't be added to a free membership website. So for our purposes, this is completely good to go, where essentially we can buy this product right here, this piece of content, one time for $8, and then when we get into setting up our systems and automations in the store later in this video, then it's gonna cost us nothing to fulfill. We're just paying this one-time fee to dropship this product. So yes, this is a little startup cost, but it's not gonna cost you anything. So essentially after you sell 1 copy, then you're gonna be in the green. But we still have some work to do before we even get to that stage. And the second option here is that you can actually outsource the work through a freelance service. So I have a link in my description where I recommend, and I've used a lot through Fiverr, where we can find people that can create the products we're looking to make and sell and get all the rights to without it being one we buy from a PLR site. So for the freelance work, I recommend that if you have a specific idea in mind for a digital product that you want to offer, and you want it done very, very professionally. So like I said, there's a link in the description to Fiverr, and this is great. I've seen people use it for digital products for photography, how to get clients, etc. And it can be very, very helpful where you buy it this one time. So remember, in this stage of sourcing the products, we're just here to get the product content itself. So don't worry about the design or the name of the ebook and how they're selling it if you're choosing an ebook, but more so just make sure it's a valuable piece of content that we're gonna be able to sell. And with dropshipping digital products, it's more than possible to create an active and profitable income stream if you're willing to put in the work. In fact, I have a client who sells digital products, and over the last 2 months, I've helped him make over $150,000. On July 1st, I'm releasing a 30-day program called Digital Dropshipping Mastery. Week by week, I'm gonna be giving you all the resources that you need to create, start, and launch your own digital dropshipping brand and start making sales within the first 30 days. Right now, I've opened up a few spots if you wanna reserve your seat at exclusive pricing. So if you go to the link in the top of the description for the 30-day challenge and you see you're still able to get in, I recommend you do if you're serious about this challenge, because July 1st, when this goes public, the price is going up. Step number 4 here is we need to make your products attractive, because this is really what's gonna make or break the success of your digital dropshipping brand. So pay attention here, because I'm sure you've heard this before. The common skeptic always says about dropshipping, they say, why would a customer buy this product from your store for $50 when they can go on AliExpress or wherever and get it for $10, much cheaper? And the reason is the wrapping paper. How you actually present your product is what differentiates yourself from the market. So our 3 products right now are the weight loss cheat sheet, the workout guide ebook, and the healthy recipe ebook. But if we sell them just like that, nobody's gonna buy them. We say, hey, we got a weight loss cheat sheet. Nobody cares, because it's boring, it's normal, it's not specific enough. So the way that you can make your products attractive is by getting specific with the niche and memorable with the names. So this is the 3-step trick that you can use to help you getting more specific and making your offers attractive. So number 1 is decide who is your customer demographic. So instead of just saying weight loss, that could be for anybody, fat kids, fat old people, fat middle-aged people, fat teenagers, it's very broad, it's gonna be hard to target. Instead, you wanna think specific. So for my example, I said, okay, we're gonna choose 30-plus-year-old busy women, mostly potentially mothers. They're busy, they don't have time to worry about healthy eating and exercise, so we're gonna help them solve those problems in the weight loss world. So number 2 is we need to decide a brand name based on that demographic that we know we want to sell to. So I chose Fit and Busy Women. So that way we know who we're targeting, it kind of appeals to them, it's simple, Fit and Busy Women versus lose weight. Say, we're the lose weight brand. We're the lose weight brand, who cares? Now Fit and Busy Women, a woman's gonna see that and be like, oh, I'm busy, I'm not fit, how can I be fit? So that's what I came up here for this example. And I want you to put some thought into this and really, dig deep into your brain and just write down ideas. And 3, very important, is you need to rebrand your general products. This is what's gonna make or break the success of your products, once again. So instead of a weight loss cheat sheet, we're gonna have the Fit at 30 and Busy cheat sheet. Instead of the workout guide ebook, we're gonna do the Busy Body Routine. And instead of giving you the healthy recipe ebook, we're gonna give you the 30-minute Mighty Meals plan. And for the rebrand guidelines, when you're doing this for your products, this is kind of just a simple process that I follow. Is 1, I think of a pain point. So a pain point word, busy, these people are busy, they want a good body. 30 minutes, if they're busy, they don't have a ton of time to cook. And then Fit at 30, 1 special word is gonna be something like body, like mighty, something that kind of makes it pop a little bit. And then 1 defining word that just kind of tells what it is. So, the meals and the routine. So it's not completely out of the blue. Don't overthink it. Don't get stuck on this, because you can always change this moving forward. But this is an important step. Number 5 is designing your product's wrapping paper. What is it actually gonna look like from the outside perspective? Because if I go onto the street and I see you and I'm holding a gold brick, but it's covered in poop, and I'm trying to hand this off to you and say, hey, you want this? It's a gold brick, take it, you should take it, it's a gold brick. No matter how many times I try to tell you or convince you, you're not gonna take that, it's disgusting. So instead, you need to stand out and be attractive like a gold brick would be. If you saw me walking down the street with a gold brick, you might try and take that from me. So basically what I'm getting at, and the steps I'm about to show you, is how to create cover art without being a crazy graphic designer or fancy anything. Instead, using templates and simple art to make something nice, and instead focusing on the names and the writing, which is more important. Because when we go here to like a PLR website, we see this easy weight loss ebook. This looks like it's worth $7.95. I'm sure we can both agree. Let me know in the comments if you agree. The title is simple. The book looks boring. And overall, like I said, I think it's worth $8. Although the content inside of it could be amazing, it could change my life forever. But from the outside, I don't really feel that way. So it's important that we create some perceived value. And that's mostly done through the words we're going to put on that cover art, but also through pricing. Because a quick psychology side note, the more someone spends on your product or service is the more self-interest and commitment they're going to have to actually utilizing that product or service. So for this example, if someone buys this for $8, they're probably not even going to read it because $8, it doesn't stand out. If this was $100 and you create it to look like a gold brick, then they're going to be much more willing to actually go through the content, utilize it because they feel that there is strong value in there. And that's why I never suggest you ever just always have discounts on your products and low prices, because it's a race to the bottom and you want committed customers that are going to use your products and get value out of it instead of the opposite. So the first steps we're going to follow here in creating cover art, we're going to use Canva. And the first thing is choosing a template. So I went ahead here on Canva and I just looked up ebooks, and you can look up whatever, ebook cover. And basically what I did is started scrolling through here, because what you're going to do when you get your PLR, you have one made, is it's going to have something like this that's boring, but the content inside of it is not what we're going to reveal to the public, but instead they're going to see the cover. So what I did was scroll through here, and I'm thinking for my first product, the little cheat sheet is what's going to kind of stick out the best. And instead of having to come up completely from scratch, it's much easier to just actually find a template through Canva. So I scrolled through here, and one that caught my eye right here on the right, it said something about self-motivation. So I clicked on it, and then I went ahead and started editing. So the step 2 here is to pick a relatable and realistic end goal for the cover art. So this really more so relates to my example of weight loss. So instead of having this lady on here, I'm going to try and find a picture of someone who fits the demographic that I'm looking for. A busy 30-plus-year-old looking mom that's in somewhat decent shape. So I really just went over here to Elements, and I looked up, you can see all these things, mom, gym, just kind of looking for different ideas. And you can filter over here if you want it to be cutouts only, so that it can be a PNG file where I could drag anything over here to be what I find valuable that's going to attract my customer demo. So you can see how simple the changes really are that I made. Really the colors and then the text, which is most important. So what I want you to focus on is using strong words. And I gave it another quick little name, which is the shed fat and move fast method for women over 30. So it's specific, there's a certain niche compared to if I just said the ultimate cheat sheet to lose weight. And I say how to lose weight quick. It's so broad, it's not going to convert. I can promise you that. So the third point that I put on here was really just to add in words that hit the pain points, which are what I just told you, the shed fat and move fast method for women over 30. And what this is going to be is the cover for our ebook. So once you have that, what you're going to want to do is click share and then download, and then you're going to actually export it as a PDF. So then what you can do as you export it as a PDF is you can just simply add it to your existing PDF for your content of your product as the cover, and then you're good to go. So now what we're going to do, a fun part, is actually creating your storefront and systems so that we're ready to start selling. And this is where it's getting fun. So now that we have our digital products ready to go, it's time we get ready to sell. So let's head over to Shopify and go ahead and get this baby set up. So the first thing we got to set up is the framework. So we have to actually add our product to Shopify. So I'm going to go over here to products, add your products. I'm going to put my name here, fit at 30 and busy, which is our the name of our cheat sheet. And then we're going to go here to add from URL for our cover. And now pricing is something we're going to get into here in a second. But for right now, we can just go ahead and set it to $1 as an example. Scroll down here, and we're going to say this is not a physical product, and we're going to save it. Now we need to set up our delivery automation. So then we're going to go to apps, and I'm using Easy Digital Products. So once we get in here, what we're going to do is set up our automation. So right here, we search for our product. So after we've clicked the product, we go through here, and we're going to do add the file, upload. So what I did was just uploaded my PDF. We're just going to go ahead and upload and save. So this is what we're creating right now, is our automation, so that when people buy, they can instantly download their product and have it sent to their email. So now that we have that set up, what it's basically going to look like is, if we go here for an example, when someone checks out on our store and they buy our digital product, there's going to be a button right here to access their digital content. And over here on the right, we can customize this, and they can go ahead and just download the product right then and there. And this app also is gonna go ahead and send an email. So that way, in case they miss the checkout page or accidentally exit out, they can always go back to this email and see that and download their product right there. So now that we've added the products to Shopify, we've set up the delivery automation, we now need to structure our pricing. So the reason I had you choose 3 products towards earlier in this video is because we're gonna set up a certain type of marketing tactic. And what that is called a tripwire. So I chose the cheat sheet as one of my products because I want to offer this as something as close to free as possible. So I could even sell this right now for $1. And I'm not really going to make money on that. It's only $1, but it's a commitment. So what happens when someone buys something that they want and you get them to buy that, this is almost like an opt-in. Like if you opted in for an email service on someone's newsletter, this is somewhat similar, but it costs a little bit of money. But when you do that, whether you realize it or not, you're building a certain commitment that you have to that person or brand. And we want to provide them more value than they expect from a $1 purchase. And the reason why we would do this at $1 is to then upsell them or downsell them another one of our products that's going to be very beneficial to them. Because obviously if they buy the cheat sheet, they have the pain points, they want to get fit and busy, potentially they fit our demographic. So we want to offer them other valuable products that we know are going to help them. And since they've already spent $1, even though it's just $1, they're going to be much more willing to buy that next product for, let's say, $30, $40, $50 than just going ahead and buying that $50 product on its own. So for this, I use the after-sale post-purchase app, which is something my friend created, and it's super simple. And essentially what we can do is go ahead here to our funnels and we click add funnel, and I'm just going to keep this new funnel, and we're going to do enable product or collection trigger, and we're going to choose our $1 item. So when someone buys the $1 item, then we can upsell them the busybody routine, for example. So then we could say there, and I would price this at, let's say, $49.99. So then if they accept it, then we can go ahead and choose another product and say, okay, they spent $50 there. Now we can give them the 30-minute Mighty Meals. And that again could be a very similar price structure. And if they decline the busybody routine, then we can choose another product and create another product to offer for a lower price. So basically what this is doing is after someone checks out, they're going to be able to actually have the options to buy more products. And this is after they've already bought. So after they've already bought the $1, whether they buy anything of the upsells or not, you're not risking that initial purchase, which is why I love this app. So once we have our other products here, let's say they're $49.99, which is something that I would do just to test out. I'd rather sell at a higher price than a lower price, even though if it costs you nothing to fulfill, selling it for $15, $20, it's still not worth it. It's much better to sell for higher, make more money, so you have more margin to spend and have room for error when we're testing with ads and organic traffic. But this right here is a general idea of what this would look like. Obviously, we haven't worked on the store yet, but this is our cover. And we will market the other products as is, but it's all about options, and the tripwire funnel tends to work very, very well, which is why I've just shown you how to set it up right now. So now we have to actually make this store presentable, because right now it's just the default. We need to be ready to sell. So we're gonna start off with making our logo, and then we're gonna start adding in content and designing the website. So if this is your first time creating a store on Shopify and designing it, it may look a little bit confusing, but I promise you it's not too difficult. And I have a couple of resources here that I want to show you that you can use to get content for your website without having to worry about copyright or anything like that. The first website is unsplash.com, and the second one is pixabay.com. On Unsplash, for an example, we can look up women and fitness and just kind of get an idea at what's there to offer. So we scroll down here, see what pictures. Let's say, just as an example, we want this one. We can scroll down and see free to use under the Unsplash license. Perfect. So the Unsplash license is basically we can download them for free, use them for free for commercial and non-commercial purposes. So we can download this for free right now. I'm going to choose large just so we get the good quality. And then we're able to go back to our store and actually get this thing rolling. So let's go back here, and let's say we wanted to use this image. We're just going to go ahead and drag it here. And now we got a nice little picture to start piecing things together. Now, I will say, when designing a Shopify store, one of the most important pieces that's going to make the biggest difference and make your brand stand out compared to any other dropshipping store on Shopify is by messing with the theme settings. And the main thing you want to edit to really stand out is the typography, so the actual fonts you're using on your website. So you can see how we can transform this entire thing just by simply switching, let's say, to Archivo. So we select here, and then we can choose the body font as we'll go back to Archivo. Let's say we do narrow, select, and you can just see completely, we don't even have really any content on here. It's changed completely and is going to look much different than any other standard store on Shopify. And the main piece of content you really want to focus on the homepage, at least how I'm doing it for this example, is by using the featured product for the tripwire, so the $1 offer. Now, once you've pieced together some content onto your store from any of those websites and you just gave it some more flavor, now what you want to focus on is the actual text on your website, the headers, and the product descriptions themselves, because that's what's going to actually get people interested enough to make that decision to click that buy button. And when you're writing something like a product description, I recommend using something like writer.com, where you can paste in your description here and just see if there's any issues that it's going to tell you about. And the second piece before we actually launch a store is actually getting reviews, which is optional but helpful, because the only reason why someone won't buy from your store is because they can't justify the price, they don't trust you, they don't like you, and reviews are a way to really mitigate most of those problems as to why someone wouldn't want to buy your product. So obviously, as you make sales, you can organically get reviews, but you can use a freelancer service like Fiverr, where you can actually have people review your products and leave a genuine review on your website. And that way you're gonna have some social proof and something to show for when people actually go to your website, compared to nothing there at all. It's gonna be much tougher and more of a decision for that person to actually make the choice to purchase from you. So now, once you actually have your digital products made, the automations are set up, your storefront is created, it doesn't have to be exactly perfect just yet, but more so functional and pretty than anything, and actually ready to sell. Now the fun part is the marketing, which is step number 7. Revenue, profit, all that good stuff. So if this video gets 500 likes, I'm gonna make an entire video showing you how to make ad creatives and actually create and set up winning campaigns on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. So like this video if you enjoyed it and you want to learn more about digital dropshipping. And if this video gets 500 likes, I will make this as my next video. I post every Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern time and sometimes do some cool giveaways. So stay tuned. And if you're serious about digital dropshipping, the 30-day challenge for digital dropshipping mastery starts on July 1st. So if you want to see if there's still some spots and you want to reserve yours, the link will be in the top of the description, and I will see you there. So hopefully you enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure to leave a big like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.